Hey, it's John and Kenny. We're back with our friend, accident attorney, Sweet James Bergener. Hi, James. Great to have you again.
Hey, thanks for having me back.
Now, as a guest, James has weighed in on all types of legal cases here on Kfi. We're always telling you to call him if you've been injured in an accident because we want you to be empowered. In the legal system, the person with the best attorney wins. An accident can happen to anyone at any time. Sweet James, tell us about your client who is in a very bad accident.
Sure thing. She was just stopped at a red light when she was rear-ended by a big commercial truck. Now, as you can imagine, these are some of the worst type of accidents. The damage to a car is easy to see, but damage to someone's body can be tough to diagnose. You understand?
That seems pretty tricky, you know.
Yeah, she suffered from a lot of lingering pain, and it was very, very tough to diagnose. We sent her to a specialist that can test for a very rare form of chronic pain. And it turns out, unfortunately, the test came back positive. There's injuries that could affect her for the rest of her life.
That is really tough.
It is. We were able to get her a settlement of $6 million. But with injuries like that may last a lifetime, it really is hard to put a dollar amount on that. But at least a settlement can help her with peace of mind going forward.
Well, it seems pretty cut and dry. I guess it was at fault?
Well, no. Again, we had to litigate and hire a medical specialist to diagnose her. With all of our medical treatment, her bills were simply astronomical. But we kept going. After we achieved the settlement, we worked with all of our doctors and medical providers to negotiate down all of her medical bills. So we were able to arrange agreements with her doctors that drastically reduced her bills and increased her settlement.
Well, thank goodness you called Sweet James. Wow, this is exactly why you don't try to take on insurance companies on your own. If you're hurt in an accident, you need to call Sweet James Accident Attorney. James, how can they contact your team?
Well, they can call us at 800-500-5200. That's 800-500-5200, or go to sweetjames.com.
And of course, the outcome of your case cannot be guaranteed. However, with a team like his, you can be sure that you're in good hands. Well, thanks for talking to us once again, James.
Thank you, guys. Always a pleasure. Don't miss Mamma Mia. Tickets at LaMaranaTheater.com. This Halloween, go as the world. Ah, scary. KFI, AM 640.
More stimulating talk.
John Ken Show, John Cobell and Ken Shampoo, KFI, AM 640, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. All right, well, we unleash them every Friday at 5:20 and 5:50. The Moist Blind folks will be with us the next hour. We'll hear them blathering. Also, your shot again at $1,000. One more keyword to come here on the John and Ken Show. Today, back to the movie shooting that occurred a week ago yesterday. The film set was for a movie called Rust. The setting was New Mexico, and of course, we learned that day that Alec Baldwin actually fired a live round in practicing a draw method on the set of that film, and the bullet that was fired killed a cinematographer by the name of Helena Hutchins, went right through her, and then landed in the shoulder of the movie director, standing either behind her or beside her. The person at the center of all of this, there's actually two people, but the one that apparently movie industry veterans are pointing the finger out the most is the armorer for the film. Yes, the armorer is a person that's supposed to have charge of the weapon. It's this Hannah Gutierrez. And what happened is she's got lawyers, and they put out a statement. And her attorneys are Jason Bowles and Robert Goring. The statement said, safety is Hannah's #1 priority on the set. Ultimately, this set would never have been compromised with live ammo in order to do. Hannah has no idea where the live round came from. Well, that's a nonsense statement. Her job is to check the gun and make sure there's no live ammo in it. He said, you talk about misdirection. Dave Hall, the assistant director, admitted that he didn't thoroughly check. He stands by her statement that she did check the gun. Oh, so they're suggesting that maybe the gun after she gave it to Dave Hall. That maybe Hall put the live ammo in, right? Exactly. Gutierrez and Safety has checked the dummies and made sure there were no hot rounds in that gun. It's lawyer nonsense. She didn't check it. She also denies the rumors in this statement that any crew members were using that gun for live target practice. Never saw that happen, never let that happen. That's a curious denial. What do you never saw that happen? Does it I'm not, that's not the word. Oh. Oh, you'd be good at this too. Yeah, I can find the exact words. I don't have the statement I'm reading from the news. You see this lady though? Pink hair, lots of tattoos. Nice look.
Lots of tattoos.
The statement said the whole production set became unsafe due to various factors, including lack of safety meetings. They're arguing in this statement on her behalf that she had asked for safety training and was denied. So they're actually going one step further to say she actually wanted them to spend the time on making sure the film set was more safe, more because this film was rushed and low budget, they pushed right past.
More lawyer nonsense. More kicking up mud. Susan has a job to get done. You need to go to a safety training class. You got in the business. You took the job. You knew your job was get the gun, so there were no live bullets in there.
So I think it's used as other people handling the guns because that's part of the training. And that they should get extra training before they're holding any kind of a real gun.
What training do you need to look into a gun to see if they're bullets in? Isn't anybody supposed to know that all these people worked on lots of movies? They all
think it's about overall gun safety. That's what we're looking for. But that's not the job of anybody but the armor, and I guess
but all that matters was checking the gun for bullets. All the other safety issues are irrelevant to this. See, what they're doing is they're bringing up other issues to confuse everybody, confuse the public.
They also added that she was actually hired for 2 jobs on the set, which made things more complicated and difficult.
No, it doesn't matter. You check the gun for bullets. That's independent of any other issue. It's not that hard, and it doesn't take very long.
I hear this. She fought for training days to maintain weapons and proper time to prepare for gunfire, but she was overruled by the production team.
She's a victim, right? She's a victim, and it's faceless, nameless, other bad guys on the set. Anything but, I screwed up, I didn't do my job, somebody's dead.
Now here's
That's what you should say.
Concerning the target practice case. Hannah and the prop master gained control over the guns, and she never witnessed anyone shoot live rounds with these guns, nor would she permit that. They were locked up every night and at lunch, and there's no way a single one of them was unaccounted for being shot by crew members.
That's not a denial either. I didn't see it. Well, that doesn't mean it didn't happen.
It could be everywhere at all times.
Well, right, but it's not a denial. It's a non sequitur. It makes no sense. It doesn't matter if you saw or didn't see. Somebody put the bullets in there and you didn't check. Right. See, everything is about creating fog and misdirection and getting everyone to talk about other issues. Politicians do this constantly, right? And much of the time, everybody falls for it. It's like, no. Let's go back to square one. What was your job? Oh, go open the gun and check the bullets. Did you do that? No. Everything else, go tell it to your therapist.
So as we talked about, this woman apparently was the daughter of a long-time film production armorist. So she kind of came into the business by sort of inheriting this. This is only her second film, right? She was in a film called The Old Way. That was her debut as an armorist. She's only 24 years old, the daughter of veteran film armorer Del Reed.
You know what? Just because her dad...
Crew members have said that there was lax gun safety protocols on the set of The Old Way film with this film.
Just because her dad was good at the job doesn't mean she knew anything about it. Yeah. Did the dad teacher? Did the dad teacher not to check the bullets in the gun? Probably not.
They say that they will put out another statement in the next week to address more of these rumors.
Please. Yeah, more statements from lawyers.
And her side of the whole incident.
I have an idea. Why doesn't she speak by herself and answer questions and get to the lawyers?
The lawyers are pretty carefully.
The lawyers are making no sense.
Yeah, I'll put my money down on her being in the most trouble here in terms of the criminal case.
Yeah,
I guess that assistant director too, but
yes.
And you're the armorer. The buck should stop with you.
Yes.
That's your job and the only job to make sure the weapons are safely.
She knows it. I mean, there's anybody who thought they were innocent will hire 2 lawyers to talk about the issue. 1 lawyer should do that, but she's got 2. Creating all kinds of mayhem.
All right, we got more coming up.
Johnson, Kfi, Deborah Marco.
Applications are now being accepted for the City of LA's Emergency Basic Income Program. Residents have to have an income at or below the federal poverty line. Small businesses impacted financially by the oil spill off the Huntington Beach coast are eligible to receive federal disaster loans. A judge here in Washington, D.C. has blocked the Biden administration from firing federal workers who have sued over religious exemptions to COVID-19 vaccines. Covered on the 101, and we will check in with the KFI in the Sky now.
There's no shortage of ways Norman's Honda Superstore works to get you a super new Honda. Whether you shop in our showroom, complete your deal online, or custom order your ownership, super prices, super selection, and a super experience. And regardless of where you lease your Honda, return it to one of our 5 Honda Lease Return Super Center locations for a super upgrade experience. Plus, every new Norman's Honda is backed by our exclusive price protection guarantee with Safe. If you can find the same new Honda for less than in 5 days, Norman's will pay you the difference or buy your vehicle back. Visit our super award-winning Norman's Honda Superstore location in Huntington Beach, West Covina, the Irvine Auto Center, and the #1 Honda store in the world in the Cerritos Auto Square. Plus, we're now open in Vista. Shop online at normreeds.com.
The greatest sale in history is going on now at Ashley Home Store. Take 55% off store-wide plus 55 months, no interest financing. America's #1 mattress and furniture store, Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Stockland weather from KFI. Partly cloudy tomorrow. Highs low 70s to low 80s. This report brought to you by Ashley Home Store. From the Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, we make it easy. We have a crash on the 101 in Encino.
This one's on the northbound side, and it's coming up on Haskell. Left lane has been blocked. They're trying to clear everything. Delays away from Coldwater Canyon out of Studio City. Delays beyond the wreck all the way to White Oak. Let's check in with Mike O'Brien, KFI in the Sky, sponsored by Injury Attorney, Superwoman, Superlawyer.com, Anaheim Hills.
Some troubles here for the 91 Angel. 91 eastbound, just a little past Imperial Highway. Currently, all lanes are blocked. They're trying to get everything to the right shoulder, but nonetheless, it was jammed up for about a mile here, and actually not moving right now. Up ahead, not moving much faster. It's still crawling along there from Queer Canyon, Cartscale, out into Corona. Looks like the problems now. I'm going to go down towards Temescal Canyon. Looks like the 15 southbound at Temescal. They've got a vehicle fire there, and I'm pretty sure a lane or two is blocked there, but because it is now bumper right off the 91. You're heading north on the 15 up towards the Cohol Pass. 15 northbound, pretty heavy now from Kenwood up to the 138. Introduce an accident. Visit Superwoman, Superlawyer.com. Mike O'Brien, KFI in the Sky.
KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Angel Martinez.
This report is sponsored by Grocery Outlet. Did you know that your local grocery outlet is independently owned and operated by folks in your community? This allows them to better serve their customers and give back to their communities. Stop by your local grocery outlet today. Hey, it's Dean Sharp. What does solar mean for your future? Well, that depends on whether your solar is Sunlux Solar. Sunlux Solar means you've unshackled your home from the rising cost of electricity. Sunlux Solar means uninterrupted power during blackouts or natural disasters. It means no more dependence on gasoline because your home fuels your car. Sunlux Solar means saving tens of thousands of dollars over the life of the system. I design homes. I know just how much is riding on your solar. That's why I partner with Sunlux, because Sunlux is solar done right. The most comprehensive warranty of the industry, 5-star customer service, critical partnerships with industry leaders like Tesla and LG. With Sunlux, it's a partnership for your home's future, and that future is just a click away at sunlux.com. That's sunlux.com. CSLB 1008374.
By now, you've heard the news. Boosters for Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson vaccines are available. They help keep your immunity strong and help keep you and others protected against COVID-19 and its variants. Visit myturn.ca.gov to find out if you're eligible and to find a booster near you. Let's keep each other safer and healthier this winter. Get your booster, and don't forget to get your flu shot, too. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Contractor license 1047-781. Hey, Ken and Winnie, what Rick told us is pretty cool.
It's Ken. You know it's Ken. I need to hear you say Ken.
Rick runs Gettle Academy, where we train plumbers and AP techs.
Rick told me something that made me so happy I had to wipe tears off my cheeks.
A student said, I knew working at Gettle was going to be a great opportunity, but I didn't know it was going to change my life.
That's what it's all about, Wacky Zacky.
When you work at Gettle, you know you matter.
You know you're making a difference.
Your customers and your coworkers love to see you coming, and they miss you when you're gone. Other companies expect you to upsell the customer.
But ghetto techs have only one job. Make the customer happy they call us and trust us to fix their problem.
Cam sits down with all the new people once a month and talks about the future, and answers all their questions, and learns all their names.
I sit down with everybody once a month just to hear what's on their mind.
Come to work for Go. G-O-E-T-T-L.
You'll be happier than you've ever been. At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 38,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
This is Lito Smith, owner of Service Champions Plumbing, Heating, and AC, with another good deed for free. Our technician, Alexander, was performing the tune-up recently when he discovered that he needed to run to Home Depot. He asked the customer if he needed anything at Home Depot, and he perked right up. The customer went into his garage and found a specialized screw with an O-ring on the end. He said he needed a few more just like this so he could hang a shade over his pool to keep his grandkids from getting sunburned. Alexander found the part. Then when he got back, he said, look, I have the tools, I have the energy, let's go ahead and hang the shade now. The job would have taken our customer an hour to do himself, but the two of them together got the shade up in just 15 minutes. Thanks, Alexander, for doing another good deed for free. We're Service Champions, plumbing, heating, AC, and good deeds for free. Service Champions, plumbing, heating, AC, and good deeds for free.
KFI AM 640. 24-hour news. More stimulating talk.
To the 5 o'clock hour, you know it's pleasant spinning Friday afternoon. I think we need to take a trip about it. Old Joe had wireless with the Pope today. We're talking about his 85-car entourage to get there. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, Mr. Gilbert was 85 cars. But back here, suffered some big defeats for one of his big spending bills. And then, of course, the side-story of all this, the governor's issue is not going to Scotland to be part of the country. Canceled the trip today saying that there were family matters.
The children begged him to stay home.
Maybe. I beg him to go. I would hate to. Here's what you're going to get up and do. That's what you mean, kid. Hey, it's full stop. I got a sword.
Yeah. And that continues to be excellent.
Enough to them in his techno jargon?
Yeah, enough about you know it's fun.
Have we got this? People. It's going to be a fun year. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, I'm sure.
We talked about the flood of immigrants at the border. What is it? Approaching 1.something million came in there in the last 15 years. It's an open border. It made me wonder why a story like this effort to get a couple of guys into the United States illegally was necessary. There have been a lot of unusual ways that people try to smuggle people through the border. They walk and see that they're in the trunk of a car, right? Sometimes they put over and see guys crossing to the trunk. Sometimes in a big rig with they're smothered to death. There was even one guy, I think, that for like the engine in the front or something like that. But this one I have never seen before. It happened at a checkpoint in a place called Encino, Texas. Apparently a guy drove up to the checkpoint. It was a Dodge Caravan minivan. And because of that, they wanted to look a little closer because it's a bigger vehicle. And they saw a casket in there. And the driver said, dead guy, Navy guy. The driver exactly called blood. Dead guy, Navy guy. That was his answer. So they looked a little closer, and they noticed that the flag had been affixed to the top of a beat-up computer with packaging tape and zipped out at one corner. And we thought that doesn't look respectable. It's not the way I want to put it. No. And it turns out that the two border agents who were involved in this were little boys anyway. So they decided that they needed to take a closer look. And it came up $32 in the capital.
They popped the top.
I guess they did. I don't know.
Two guys playing dead.
Mr. Blood remained silent to invoke his right to remain silent, especially he's done this before by a smuggler. The two men were cousins Daniel Hernandez Bueno and Eric Ramirez Aguilar. They said that Mr. Blood was smuggler. They said that they were going to pay $2,000 to cross the border, paid another $4,000 for the rest of the trip. I guess that they would have to walk off and they couldn't get the same thing. They claim that they were forced to cram into the plastic together. And then it was closed on them and they were not set entirely.
Forced by the drug peddler,
I guess so. I don't think the drug peddler. This isn't some single operator who exactly did it, but I don't know if it's quite real or not.
Well, when you say forced though, I mean, what's the power of, I mean, it just sounds like there was some threat of violence.
Did you fall into a pattern where they had a hazard pit and they were told, this is the only way you're getting across. This is how I'm smuggling you. Get in the casket.
I'll get into the casket and let it die.
This is private. The cylinder. They were instructed though, when you get to the checkpoint, you got to close it completely. Which is sort of cut out the air, it's not sort of holding it. Like that they were. They did say they had trouble breathing. So I don't know what's going to happen to them, although, Barnes will be released. 5 million release.
What's the big deal? There's just 2 more illegal hours. With a more colorful story.
But the driver, Mr. Blood, and of course, as I said, he immediately invoked his right to remain silent. Which, he knows, it's just super trouble.
Yeah, but I let him out. They just...
I don't know how that casket got in my van. I have no idea. Somebody must have put it in there. Although he did say, dead guy, maybe guy.
Dead guy. I guess it worked. He must have been able to get across in the car.
That's what I'm thinking. You know, I tried this before, but just like I ran into a couple of military vets who said, that doesn't look like a proper
Yeah, they don't transport dead naval officers across the border like that.
Alright, the 5 o'clock hour is here over the moist line. We're starting by going to Bidenville. And not good news. Biden is on his way to see the Pope, and we're trying to get together these massive spending bills in Congress. And it looks like they hit a major wall.
Yeah, Johnny Trump said, never mind that day, Kfi Am 640.
You can listen to KFI everywhere, like you haven't noticed.
Having an impact on public safety.
It's not declared an imminent threat to public safety because our meeting has led to unscheduled retirements, workers' comp claims, employees quitting, and a reduction in qualified applicants. And then the race sent a letter to the board explaining he's close to losing 20 to 30% of his workforce, which he says will impact homicide investigations, the possible closure of stations, and the slower response time. The innovator says as violent crime continues to rise, his staffing numbers continue to fall, which puts people in danger. Chief Director Kfi Am.
A guy's been arrested in field abuse after a short police chase that ended in a crash and shots fired. No one was hit. Police had spotted a car early this morning that had earlier been involved in an assault on a police officer. The driver tried to get away but crashed. The shooting happened on the The news was brought to you by 800 Nixon was voted unanimously on plan to move containers out of the force. Shippers were expected and charged to see if the containers was too long, as reported by law. Executive director James DeRosa says about 40% of import containers are waiting more than 9 days to be picked up by a truck.
One message that the program will help improve the fluidity. I'll tell you this. We got people to the table that previously were not in conversations with us. Folks are concerned. They're nervous. Now they're trying to find solutions.
Starting Monday, shippers will be charged $100 per day for each container that fits more than 9 days. The DuraStar fee increases $100 each day and could cost shipping companies millions per day. Lawyers say aliens have no right at all to be affected by the eviction of a decade-old plastic ring.
unclaimed farm issues as a reason for the eviction. No shipping food claiming it couldn't get out of city as long as it was.
Maybe we can say that the food from people.
There was a no shipping direction says the city's trying to just put those people into other cities.
I don't know how this is that people do, that collectively have 200 dogs. The city takes 100 empty. Okay, has a magically save all the residential areas.
The city says in court records the plan would be to offer food and services once the kitchen is closed. The judge will have to decide. In Orange County, Ford and Carson, KFI News.
The FDA has authorized smaller doses of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine for kids 5 to 11. The doses are given 3 weeks apart and are one-third the amount given to teens and adults. The FDA is estimating that with costs as the vaccine was found to be more than 90% effective at preventing COVID in the younger age group.
The vaccine claims to be studied in China involving about 3,600 children aged 5 to 11, of which 3,100 participants received the vaccine. And certainly most school side effects will be checked.
He says it's anticipated younger kids will be able to start getting vaccinated next week once the CDC meets to discuss it. A congressman from Texas says he's been getting a lot of phone calls from people angry over possible $450,000 payments to illegal immigrant families separated at the border. The ACLU says the families were traumatized when parents were detained and thousands of kids were taken to shelters. Congressman Henry Cuellar, actually it's Cuellar, says what happened to the families was wrong, but the possible payouts are too high.
Without due respect, there are people that broke the law, and they came in, and now they're getting a large settlement.
He says members of Congress were not told about the cost of the settlement. From the Southern California Toyota dealer Traffic Center, we make it easy. Catch on the 5 in Valencia.
Watch out here on the southbound side, and this is coming right up along. Looks like it's coming right up on. You know what? My screen just disappeared here. Give me 1 second. Here we go. On the southbound side, past Valencia Boulevard. This message in the center divider. Lanes should be open according to the highway patrol, but watch out because the lanes are backing up from just before the 126. We've got Michael Bryan, KFI in the Sky, sponsored by Injury Attorney, SuperWoman, SuperLawyer.com.
What's the problem? Just outside of the road.
So we're going to come back to Mike. The sounds like he's right outside of Corona, so let's pick up where he was along Corona. So that crash on the 15th southbound before El Cerrito Road. It's out of lanes, and delays here are backing up away from the 91 freeway. The 91 eastbound slows down in Corona, getting away from Lincoln. Delays opening up just past Madison. KFI in the Sky. Help get you there faster. I'm Angel Martinez.
Hey, Drew, you know what's really spooky during Halloween? What, Dad? Your old mattress. Because after 8 years, an old mattress can collect sweat and dead skin, creating the perfect environment for dust mites. Yeah, but laying in the same mattress for 8 years creates tremendous wear and tear, making it harder to get the comfort and support you need. So if your mattress is overrated, it's time to replace. During 6 weeks fall sale, where you can save $1,000 on select mattresses from Gutierrez, Kingston, and Freely. Plus, get a $300 gift with purchase with any tempered deal. And with your good credit, pay 0% financing for 12 months with the minimum monthly payment. And only Fit has FedMax technology that scientifically recommends the level of support that's right for your face and size. So this Halloween season, quit sleeping on your scary old mattress. Plus your sleep to Fit Sleep during our fall sale. For dreams that are sweeter than a pumpkin spice latte. That sounds good, Drew. How about I buy you one with extra whipped cream? Thanks, Dad. Spectrum Mobile is reinventing wireless again. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month per line. No contracts, no added taxes or fees. Includes nationwide 5G. Save up to 60% with Spectrum Mobile. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month. Call 855-438-2999 or visit the store near you. Offer valid for new customers on 2+ unlimited lines. Custom internet required. Savings based on 2 line comparison of unlimited plans from major national carriers as of 9/2021. Prepaid exclusive. Restrictions apply.
Girl, thank you. You're a lifesaver. Your car. Something with my car. I love a new car like yours. Actually, it's not new. It's a Toyota certified used car. Wow. Looks new. Drives great. Well, that's because Toyota inspects them top to bottom. Gives them great warranties. And, you know, it's a Toyota. Mind dropping me off at a Toyota dealer? Good move.
The best new cars do make the best used cars. And now, get 1.99 APR on any used Camry, Corolla, RAV4, or any of the Prius family.
Along with a 160-point inspection, you get a 12-month or 12,000-mile limited comprehensive warranty and 7 years of roadside assistance from the date of purchase. For all warranties, see dealer for details. Not all customers will qualify. Limited term financing through Toyota Financial Services. Must take delivery from Toyota Certified Used Vehicle Dealer stock by midnight November 1st. We make it easy. Toyota. Let's go places.
The KFI Financial Report brought to you by Bay Alarm. The Dow closed up 89, S&P 500 up 9, NASDAQ up 50, and the average price of a gallon of regular gas in California is $4.58.
With a range of commercial fire and security solutions, Bay Alarm can protect it all with just one call.
Stockland Weather from KFI, partly cloudy and cooler. Tomorrow, highs low to mid-70s for Metro LA, mid-70s for around 80 in the valleys, mid to upper 70s for inland OC, upper 70s to low 80s in the IE. Right now it's 80 in Seal Beach, the same in Costa Mesa, 85 in North Hollywood, and 75 in Santa Monica. We lead local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Deborah Mark.
We'd like to formally welcome you to the rest home of Old Joe. Welcome to Bidenville, everyone.
All men and women created inspired. So you know the feeling. My mind's going blank now. What am I doing here? Whether or not there's a man on the moon, or something, or whether those aliens are here or not. What I can't remember. Anyway, I ride every day. I commute every single day for 36 years as Vice President of the United States. A lot of the folks in Amtrak became my family. Not a joke. Last night I was on television. I was on the telephone. I'm not supposed to take any questions, but go ahead. I want to thank that fellow down there. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Simon. The Secretary of Health and Education, I nominated Javier Baccaria. When President Harris and I took a virtual tour of the vaccination center in Arizona.
I got them $1.9 billion released from Mars. And now, to give you a tour of Bidenville before your extended stay, here's Johnny Cash.
John Cobell, Tim Shampoo, Kfi Am 640 live everywhere on the iHeart Radio app. Yeah, 15 minutes is all it's going to take for us to get to the most fun people, but right before they come on, we get the keyword to text to possibly win $1,000. I have it on good word that when he got to the Vatican today, Joe Biden did tell the Pope the train Air Force Two story. About his, whatever it was, 2 million miles flown, and the Pope just stared at it. The story was told like 7 times, and apparently it's mostly not true. At least the people he mentions were already dead or otherwise long gone. Yeah, I read it.
There's a fascinating medical story on some new research on Alzheimer's and what goes on in your brain about the clusters of proteins that eat up the brain cells. And they start to spread almost like cancer cells. Yeah. I mean, if you're really quiet and you stand next to Biden, you can hear the protein eating the brain cells.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah. It's little insects munching.
Who would want to do that? Well, apparently old Joe jetted off first to the Vatican where the Pope said, sure, you can have communion. Why was that an issue? Because he's supposed to be excommunicated for his pro-choice views. Yeah, that's the issue. But he spent 75 minutes with the Pope. To get there, apparently it was an 80-vehicle entourage in the streets of Rome. Which is a bit surprising because his next stop is the climate change conference in Scotland.
An 80-car motorcade?
Again, motorcycles and all sorts of support vehicles.
They're not really afraid of it. I mean, they don't really believe in it.
You didn't say walk there or take a bicycle?
I only need one car to get around, right?
You're not president. 2? 2? Yeah, 2 or 3. Get me to 85. You never know what kind of a terrorist attack could occur, right? Well, you're giving them 85 targets. You ever see these films where they have these elaborate plots? Where there's just people with bombs all over the place, and they take over in cop uniforms, and... Yeah, have you ever seen these movies?
No. It distorts people's sense of reality.
Before he left, or at least by the time he landed in Italy, he was supposed to get his bills, at least one of them, to get a positive vote in Congress. And one was the original $3.5 trillion social welfare bill, And the other was this total infrastructure bill. You know, totaling $1.2 trillion.
So much
Looks like they're both dead right now.
and good, and they should remain dead forever. Do you know there's so much hooey and bad reporting on all this? I can't stomach it. It's not a $3.5 trillion bill. They just decided to only fund a few years of these programs, and they figure once these programs are funded and people get used to them, there'll be programs you'll never be able to repeal.
Oh, I see.
So
it's like initial $3.5 trillion?
$3.5 trillion for 3 years or 4 years. Yeah, all these different programs, whether it's like free child care.
Free kindergarten
Yeah.
is in there, right?
Yeah, in fact, you want to hear what this is what frustrates me. There's no details given. It's just about, well, it's $3 trillion. Is it going to pass or it's not going to pass? Is Biden going to succeed or fail? That's not the point. The point is, what is it funding and would it work? And that's never discussed. What is it funding and would it work?
And we're stuck with it.
And what are the unintended consequences? Here is just one issue. About the Democrats want to pay for your child. All right? And everybody goes, oh, that's a very good thing. You know, working parents, they need child care subsidy. And that's what it would...
It's a good squeaky voice, but that's what people say, yeah.
That's right. This would subsidize child care. You'd get some government money to help you out. Well, here's how it really works, and this is from a left-leaning writer named Matt Brunet. He says this is going to backfire because under the Democratic child care plan, child care workers are meant to be paid at the same rate as elementary school teachers. See, a child care worker now makes an average of about $25,000. An elementary school teacher gets $60,000. So you'd have to increase the child care workers' wages by 138%. Well, if you go by their subsidy formula, it means child care for a parent will go from about $16,000 to $29,000. See, you're going to have to pay a lot more for child care, and a two-income couple, a couple where both are working, they would see a huge increase in their child care bill.
Well, I thought the bill was going to pay for child care.
It doesn't pay for it, subsidizes it. But it's going to raise the base price of child care.
That's in the bill to raise the base price?
Yeah. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yes, my whole point. Under the Democratic child care plan, child care workers are meant to increase wages to those received by elementary school teachers. So what's going to happen is, while poor couples will get this big subsidy,